Well, we've got a hard game against Manchester United coming up, and Oliver Glasner has done his pre-match press conference, so I'm just going to give you some of the details. My name is Stephen Dawes, this is Palace of the Core, and today it's he was asked obviously about the usual things. First of all, the injury situation. He said that Cheick Doucouré is going to be out for a little while. He's damaged the tendon in his toe, so he's going to be out for several weeks apparently. It's not as bad as they first thought it was going to be, but he is going to be out for several weeks. He said that França has not quite made it. He's not going to be ready for Manchester United. He is improving, but he's not going to be ready for this game. Same with Chalobah. He's also not going to be available for this game, but hopefully he has been training as well, so hopefully for the next game he will be fit. Adam Wharton is going to be fit. I know there's been an issue with a groin injury, but he is also going to be fit. And of course Chadi Rihad is out as well, but everyone else is going to be fit and ready, which is fantastic news. He was also asked, the past games, he was asked, well, you had such a good end to last season. Why? Are you surprised that you haven't started this season as good as last season? And he said, well, he said the expectations were wrong. He said, yes, we won the last however many games it was, but the previous 30 odd games didn't go well at all. So he said, it's just a case of, we did incredibly well at the end of last season, but this season we've got to almost start again. New players, he's got to get those bedded in and get them playing the way he wants them to play. So he says, it's just the expectations were wrong. So we'll have to wait and see what happens further on down the line. Hopefully he will be impacting some of this energy into the team, because he said that there are certain things that they're not doing that they should be doing. He said that obviously there are certain things that he wants to try and regain that they had at the end of last season. So I think he knows that things aren't quite right, but he's hoping that they will become right quite quickly, which is obviously good news from that point of view. And I think it's going to, he acknowledged that the last time he played Man United, they had a lot of injuries, and even though they've got a couple of injuries now, they are a lot better in terms of squad depth. They brought in new good players, so he accepts the fact it's going to be a tough game, but he says that obviously they're going to have to fight, and they have to be at their best. He said, and that's what they're going to try and do. So that's all that you can really ask of them, really, is that they're going to go out there and give their best effort, which hopefully they will. So yeah, the game against Manchester United is going to be a tough one, and I know I got a little bit carried away with the game against QPR, but we did win it, which is good. So I'm not entirely sure that we're necessarily going to win the game. I think it's going to be another tough game for us. I think we're probably going to lose it maybe 2-1 or something like that. I don't think we're going to get much from the game. Possibly a draw if we're good, but I don't think we're going to get a huge amount from that game, unfortunately. But let me know what your predictions are down in the comment section. He was asked about the Steve Cooper situation. Steve Cooper was doing a press conference, and he said that he had seen screenshots or pictures of the Jean-Philippe Mateta goal that he scored against Leicester, and he's convinced, this is Steve Cooper, he's convinced that it was offside. And so Oliver Glasner was asked about that, and he said, I haven't seen the images. He said, and to be honest, I haven't really thought about it. I've been concentrating on the games coming up. He said, it's over a week ago. No one's going to get any points or lose any points because of it. So I'm not really thinking about it, which is the right thing to say really, I think. Also, a little bit I know Wilfried Zaha is no longer with us in terms of being a player, but there was an interesting little article in the news about how he doesn't seem to be very happy at Lyon. Now, as you know, he's been at Galatasaray, and he wasn't really involved in the team towards the end of the season, so he went on loan to Lyon. But he doesn't seem to be very happy there either. They haven't played him yet because they're worried about his fitness, and apparently his family haven't settled in very well. He was in Turkey, he had a 4-bedroom apartment with a pool and all that kind of stuff. Apparently now in France he's just got an apartment, so he's not entirely happy with the situation at Lyon. So maybe he may ask for his loan to be cut short. Who knows what's going on there? But clearly he's not happy with being at Lyon or really at Galatasaray, because he isn't really playing very much for them either. So I don't think a move to the UK is going to be in the cards, because apparently there's some kind of tax issue there which is going to make him out of pocket if he does that. So I don't think he's necessarily going to come back here. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Just a little bit of a heads up about Wilfried Zaha. So you never know, we might try and get him in the January window. Who knows? But anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you think about the game against Manchester United even, sorry. And I will see you in the next one.